Before every workout, you sit down, reach for your toes, and hold it for 30 seconds. You think you're preventing injury. You think you're warming up. You're doing neither. You're actually making yourself weaker for the next hour. And you learned this from a gym teacher who was mostly trying to keep 30 kids quiet for 5 minutes. Let me explain what static stretching actually does before you train, why it's the wrong tool, and what a real warm-up looks like. The whole thing takes 4 minutes. First, the difference nobody explains. Static stretching is when you hold the stretch. Reach and hold, 30 seconds, feel the pull. Dynamic stretching is movement, leg swings, lunges, arm circles, taking the joint through its range without parking there. They sound similar. They do opposite things to a muscle about to lift. Here's what holding a long stretch does. When you park a muscle in a lengthened position for 30+ seconds, you temporarily sedate it. Your nervous system dials down how hard that muscle can fire, and it stays dialed down for up to an hour. Studies keep showing the same thing. Static stretch before a max effort, and your strength, power, and jump height drop measurably. You didn't prepare the muscle. You turned its volume down right before you asked it to perform. Think of a muscle like a loaded spring. Some stiffness is what lets it snap back and produce force fast. Static stretching before training bleeds that stiffness out. You've loosened the spring right when you needed it tight. For a heavy squat or an explosive movement, that's the opposite of help. And here's the part that ruins the whole ritual. Static stretching doesn't even warm you up. Warming up means raising the temperature of the muscle and pumping blood into it. Holding a toe touch does almost none of that. You're just lengthening cold tissue and calling it a warm-up because it feels like effort. Cold, loose, and sedated is not the state you want to enter a workout in. So what is a warm-up actually for? 3 things. Raise muscle temperature so the tissue is pliable and reactive. Increase blood flow so oxygen gets where it's needed. And wake up the nervous system, the connection between your brain and the muscles, so it's ready to fire hard. Notice stretching and holding does none of those well. Movement does all 3. This is why most people fail at warming up. They inherited a ritual, not a reason. Gym class, sports practice, that one influencer, everyone sits and holds a stretch because everyone else does, and nobody ever asked what it's supposed to accomplish. A warm-up isn't a stretching session, it's a preparation session. Different goal, different tools. So here's the real one. 4 minutes, 3 parts. Part 1, 1 minute, raise your temperature. Something that gets your whole body moving and your heart rate up. Jumping jacks, high knees, a brisk bit of skipping, jogging in place. You're not trying to get tired, you're trying to get warm. When you feel your body actually heat up, that part's done. Part 2, 2 minutes, dynamic mobility. Take the joints you're about to train through their full range, under control, on the move. Leg swings front to back and side to side. Walking lunges with a reach. Arm circles and band pull-aparts if it's an upper day. Hip circles, bodyweight squats to depth. You're not holding anything, you're moving through positions, and each rep goes a little further than the last. This tells the nervous system exactly what's coming. Part 3, 1 minute, ramp-up sets. This is the one people skip, and it might be the most important. Before your working weight, do the actual lift with lighter loads. Squatting 200, do a set with the empty bar, then one at 95, then one at 135. You're rehearsing the exact movement, grooving the pattern, and letting your nervous system dial in, the opposite of dialing it down. That's it. Temperature, mobility, rehearsal. 4 minutes, and you walk into your first real set, warm, primed, and firing at full strength, instead of loose and half asleep. And to be clear, static stretching isn't useless. It's just in the wrong place. Want to improve flexibility? Hold your stretches after training or in a separate session when sedating the muscle costs you nothing. The problem was never the stretch, it was the timing. So stop opening your workout by turning yourself down. Move, don't hold. Warm the engine before you redline it. Do that, And the first thing you'll notice is the weight moving easier on set 1, because for once, you actually showed up ready. Subscribe if you want fitness that actually makes sense.